Hello, how is you? All right, so today, straight to the point. I just want to talk about, one of my recent learnings. Sometimes you you experience some things and you don't find words for it, and then but you've been acting right because you have the Holy Ghost. You've been responding correctly, only for you to learn that you were actually responding correctly. Only for you to learn that so that was an attack on my mind, and you didn't know. So the first one I want to talk about is one of the lies that the enemies have been lying to me, and I've believed this lie for many years. And then recently, I was just like, this thing is a lie, and I've believed it, and this is how I've always. So I was so grateful to God that He opened my eyes and He set me free, delivered me by giving me the truth. What's that lie? Because I feel it could be the same thing. And when we catch a thief, we expose all his lies, so it's not able to trick any of us again. I've always believed there are times that God would speak specific instructions to me, like maybe He could tell me the reason you are experiencing hardship in this maybe blockage of ideas, for example, is because let's say maybe um, because you don't start your prayer with thanksgiving. That kind of example. They say the reason you're experiencing hardship in and you're having blockage in these ideas is because you don't start your prayer with thanksgiving. Now, when that word comes to my heart, the lie the enemy has been lying to me is that that cannot be the reason because I know other people, or there are other times that I haven't started my prayer with thanksgiving and I still had idea flow. Or I know people who don't even do Thanksgiving, who are not even believers and they don't even do Thanksgiving and they still have idea flow. So Thanksgiving could not have been the reason. Because if Thanksgiving is the reason, then it should be a universal thing. And then Thanksgiving should just, it should just be the reason. And then I would discard that word from God. I'll discard that word and then I'll just throw it away that cannot be God. Because if you're trying to say Thanksgiving is why I've not been having ideas, then that means people who are not even Christian, who don't even give them. That means that person I know who complains a lot should not have ideas, but then they do have ideas. So I'll throw away that word. And then recently, God started showing me through one of the teachers I listen to a lot how there are times that God will give specific instructions for specific times. Because so another time when I have blockage of ideas, he might not even say it's Thanksgiving. He might say it's because of maybe you are working in hurt or something. It might just bring up something else, and I must not say but you've always said it's Thanksgiving. Because there are, and I've always known this, but I just haven't applied it to this particular area. So there are laws that are universal laws, but there are times that God will give you specific laws. An example is Samson. God said they should not cut Samson's hair. It doesn't mean that every man in the world should not cut their hair, but for Samson, so it wasn't a universal thing. We can't build a doctrine around it. It's not a doctrinal thing. It's not a universal law. It's peculiar to Samson. So when he gave Samson that instruction that you are a Nazarene, because of that, they should not cut your hair. If Samson said, but I know other people in this world who they cut their hair and they are still good and they are still successful. So cutting of hair could not have been the reason. And maybe those were even one of the things he thought of that made him say, cut the thing. Because I know people who they cut their hair, they do all these things normally and things are still good for them. And you just discard the specific instruction. So I learned that, it set me free. So now if I feel God is telling me that, hey, the reason you are not doing this is because you don't clap your hand, I will clap. I won't say, but I know other people. Or there are times I didn't clap and this thing they work. Um, so I just want to encourage you. When I found out recently, I was like, yeah, yeah, never has been tricking with this. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more. So my ears are open, my heart is open to God. Whatever would you do with me? What you wanna do with me? That I would only say what I hear the Father is that John 12. So Jesus was saying it that as I hear, I speak. As I hear, I speak and I say. That one story for another day. Speak and say. All right. Thank you. I hope you're doing good. Please comment. Is this something you've also experienced? Bye for now.